Hello and welcome back to the G Spot Tarot. This is your dream interpretation, which is a timeless reading regarding specific information, symbols, and signs that you receive during a dream state. Our focus today will be on dreaming of your ex-lover. We'll give you an overall meaning, pull two cards for the clarity, and then we'll do an animal spirit guide to close us out on what this all means for us. So, if you've dreamt about an ex, whether it be someone from a long, long time ago or even a recent ex, number one, there could be issues around closure. So, that would be first and foremost. Number two is that you are holding on to something, or maybe a hope there that you are holding on to. The other possibility is that whoever you were during that time, whatever things that you guys were involved in during that time, that could be something that you long for currently, right? So if it was, a certain kind of feeling you got from that individual, or just the type of mood that it was back then, that could indicate more so some kind of mood or desire that you have now that you want to obtain for yourself now that you experienced back then. It could also mean that the ex is also on your wavelength, so that they're thinking about you when you're thinking about them. There is definitely research that shows there are some kind of ways, ESP, telepathically, that we communicate with one another. So that person could strongly have you on their mind, and vice versa. In some regards, it just that person wishes they were back with you, or that both of you wish you were back together. And if you dreamt about an ex rejecting you, think about it as a conversation with yourself is one of the suggestions. So something around yourself and how you view relationships or yourself. If you've dreamed about fighting with your ex, it could be, again, about having a battle with loving yourself. If you dreamed about an ex and there's children involved, maybe you think about the relationship that you had either with your ex or with the children, or with the children together. There could be something there, maybe divorce. There could be feelings of resentment and things of that nature. And it also could mean that your ex wants to reunite with you for the sake of the kids. If you dreamed you were back in a toxic relationship, this could mean that there's trauma that you still have to deal with. There could be some PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, happening for you. Maybe you're beating yourself up about the situation, or just really it still fucks with you to this day. If you dreamt you had sex with a toxic ex, it kind of means that you're coming to peace with where you guys are and what happened to you and the relationship. Because you're not in a fearful state and dream about some of the more toxic things, it just kind of means that in some regard in your mind, there's a getting back together, or the energy of the ex is telling you there's some forgiveness, or you're forgiving them. But it's something there around getting over the ex. If you've dreamt about your ex's most annoying habit, it could have something to do with who you're dating now. Maybe there's some reluctance you have, reservations you have around your current dating life or someone that you're dating. And if you dreamt about someone that you've never technically dated, but there was maybe some romance there at some point, there's just a foresight that there may be something like that coming into your life. So however that situation was, whether it was platonic and it was, fruitful and a nice relationship, or if it was, very, a terrible experience, then that may be something that's headed toward you. If you dreamt about an ex who ghosted you, again, it's something about trying to come to peace with that. If you dreamt of your ex breaking up all over with you again, there's some feelings of rejections and things of that nature. If you've dreamt of your ex killing you or trying to murder you, there could be some issues around your spirit. There could be some issues around trust. There could be issues around life or how you live your life. And then lastly, if you dreamed about your ex dating someone else, it just means that you need to go and have life after your ex. You need to focus on you. And again, come to terms with what was and let that go. So let's do some tarot cards for what it means when our exes come into our lives. What does it mean when the exes come into our existence? I had a couple cards fall out here. So we'll pull 2 cards for this, get some clarity on what it means when the ex comes into our dreams, and then we'll get a animal spirit card to bring it all home. What does it mean? Why is our ex showing up, Spirit? What does it mean for us in this life? 2 cards. 2 cards, please. All right, there we go. All right, so you get the King of Swords. So there's either mental anguish or some type of mental stimulant that's going on when we have the X's here. So I don't know if there's some mental connection. We'll see. Judgment. So for the most part, it's like things were left in limbo is what I'm getting. For those of you who've had a dream about an ex, it looks like that there's still some mental thoughts around this person, or there's still some mental connection with the King of Swords that you have for that ex-partner. And with the Judgment in reverse, it's just saying that there's something that wasn't decided, or there's something that was left hanging. You don't have all the answers to something, and so that leaves you in limbo. All right, so let's see what we have with our animal spirit card. So we choose a card from the animal spirit deck, and we read about what this means as it relates to the dreams that we're having around our ex. If you haven't done so, check out some of our other dream interpretation videos. We have more and more coming from you each week. This is a new channel. We're just getting started, and we're just trying to do something a little bit different with tarot. If this resonates with you, absolutely check us out, like, come back and subscribe. That just means we're on the same energy length. And if it doesn't, there are several YouTubers who are doing great stuff, and I'm sure you'll find someone who has that same energy wavelength as you. So we get the Shark card. So let's see what's in store for us as it relates to the Shark card. All right. Okay. And as you all know, it always takes me a great deal of time to pull this out. And I wish that I could kind of rush into it, but then it wouldn't be real, would it? I would already have it prepared for you. All right, so we get the Shark card. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. All right, so that right there in itself is telling us something about this dream. Whatever it is in the dream, I do believe it is revealing the true nature, either of your desires or the true nature of that relationship. All right, so the shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So when imbalanced, intriguing, captivating, and mysterious; when out of balance, sneaky and destructive. And to bring into balance, honesty. So I really do think that this is saying that you need to be honest with yourself when it comes to dreaming about the ex, because there is some level of, being able to move on once you can acknowledge that you either are stuck, or that you still have feelings, or you desire to have a relationship like that, or that this happened to you and it caused you these things. So to kind of pretend and go on as if you're okay or that things are fine doesn't serve you. What I'm getting from Spirit is that by just really standing in your own truth and acknowledging what has happened, good or bad, that will help you to get to the next level. So that's what we have for you all. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.